Hello and welcome along. Today we are taking a look at Maypole Farm. This is a UK map. It is by Luke159 and it is available from FS UK. We are starting here on New Farmer, so we do have several bits. So you actually get a farmhouse starting location. You've got a dog, and I don't know if that building there I think is garage. So all of this is stuff that is sellable. So you wouldn't start with this with the other modes. And we're going to take a look around the map. We're going to go and have a look around, see what it has to offer. It is described as a one by one map inside a standard 2x2. And looking at the map here, you can see that. Amazingly, in this little map, I think there are 64 fields. So this is properly a little map. And quite how you get to all of them, I'm not sure, and I doubt we're going to get to all of them in this video, because it's quite it looks like quite a windy setup. It does feel like a nice UK map. It's got it's nice and close. It's you know, not a lot of maneuvering space, lots of little fields, lots of little roadways. Sort of trying to give the impression of this. As I drive around, it's not very clear all the areas you could drive around it, but I do like this insofar as these little bits and pieces. This is a map. This is a map very early on, as you can see here. I think you could get very easily lost in. Lots of, as said so far, lots of little dirt roads. Because it's a 1x map inside a 2x map. You do have this wonderful thing of, it's got all these fields outside of it. So you look like you're looking out over further farmland. In my initial test, when I initially loaded into the map, I did manage to jump out of the 1x map. There was a gap near the shop where I was able to jump over a hedge and jump again, and I sort of got out. But yeah, look at this. So it's just lots of dead ends and little roads and things like this. So it'd be really good for something like a roleplay series. This, I think, would work really well for that kind of thing. And it's got a good area for the farmyard as well. I mean, this is a fantastic area for the initial farmyard. I'm just sort of this is a very different map first look insofar as how I'm going around the map, because, as I said, there are no clear routes. Everything seems to sort of spider off. There's no way that sort of goes all the way around the map or anything like that. It all just sort of, all these little roads fanning out from the main farm that then sort of terminate in, terminate in field ends. So I have a feeling there'll be a fair amount of backtracking. For the number of fields, though, there are some sizable fields here. Fields that with a small to medium piece of equipment actually would work really well. Wow. And yet you really can get lost in these fields. We are deep in it at the moment. I'm kind of wondering if I can loop back around field 30 or 29 or 49 here, but it's all, how do you get to these outer fields? It's a really good question at the moment, because I don't know how I get the other side of that hedge. Forestry doesn't seem to be an awful lot of it. Not a great forestry map. It seems to be one of the issues I had with Riverview. Also seems to be the case with this map. A lot of the trees are copy and pasted without. Apparently without actually turning them, so they all sort of facing the same direction, so it gives a very sort of cloned feel to it, that doesn't really it doesn't feel overly natural with that. Minor issue, but it's with so many trees. I mean, we're just encountering so many of them, and you can see they're all looking very much the same as we do it. As we backtrack to the main farmyard. So it is a maze, this map. It is a proper maze. Not sure how you get almost anywhere on it. We're going to head south of here. I've given you, I think it's a pretty good idea of what the actual farm is like. And pretty good from that point of view. Same issue actually as Riverview on this map, in that the textures are feeling a little bit dated. I don't know if this is a map that is an update or an upgrade from a previous map, but if it isn't, it does seem to be using some very out of date textures on it. I do look quite like the closeness of it. It does feel like a very close, very insular map. But it's still, for a 1x1, it's still got a lot of stuff to it. I mean, so many fields on a 1x1 map. That is really impressive. I've not seen that kind of usage of a number of fields on a map this small before, I don't think. Again, all sort of everything on this map does sort of spider off. There's no big circle to go around or anything like that. Right, so we've got actually, you can see the issue with the trees here again. It's yeah, not a huge amount of variation. Sell point here for, I think this is the basically the sell point for everything. So grain and stuff there, and that, wow, there's two sell points, it looks like, for grain and bits. That is obviously for any silage you've got to sell. That again is a sell point for grain by the looks of things. We will have a look through the sell points as always at the end. But that all seems to happen at one place. And that, of course, the animal market is in there somewhere as well. So that is, everything is really clustered around that point. Is there anything to the south of here? Not really. Yeah, everything. All the sell points are clustered around that point there. So not a lot of variation in sell points. Again, that's pretty good for doing a role play. And if you like your stuff small, you could do pretty well with this. Let's head back around this way. And we head down to the shop, which is down here. And because of the way this map is structured, I think we'll probably have a look at all the extra stuff with once we get down to the shop. But you get an idea for all the fields, how everything is clustered around. It's not a map that I feel a lot of time has been taken on the detail. The trees are one of the things that signify that to me. Oh, we've got a fuel station. We've got an interesting fuel station in here, actually. It's off the main road. And sort of off to the side here and on a dirt track. I'm not sure about that. I kind of would have liked that to be turned, but feels a little bit hidden away, almost. And then we've got the shop here. So this is the shop. It looks like a map. Looks like Riverview. In fact, when I first got loaded the map up and I landed at the shop, I did kind of wonder if I'd loaded the wrong map up. Because if I come in here and you get this first view, yeah, you've got the cardboard cutouts, and I got that. And that is almost identical to the view you get from Riverview when you load in. So it's a map that feels very much like that. Again, because this is FS13's shop, it could do with a texture update. I would love to see somebody in building a map and using, because I really love that shop. I really love the look of that shop. But I'd love to see someone update the textures on it, because I think it would do really well and would look really great with updated textures. But yeah, so that is a general overview of the map. Not a lot to it, not a very big map. As a result, this is not going to be a massively long first look. If we pop into here, you can see the full extent of this 1x1. So that is the full map. And you can see that it's just this area in here. It's actually brought into a bigger contrast if I don't go to the shop to buy lands. And you can see, yeah, it's just this area in the middle here. What I do like, one of the things I do like is that the author has grouped fields as well. So the fields, you can, you buy 2 or in some cases 3, or in this case, it's 4 at a time. Field prices are fairly high. There are small clusters and things like that. So single fields are about 100 and, yeah. You can get single fields not too expensively. Interestingly, on Farm Manager, you start with just this area here that you own. No fields in that, as far as I can tell. So while you start with both cows and chickens, you don't own any land, any fields beyond your initial start place, which is interesting. So yeah, you need to spend some of your 100,000 to buy a field. Not many fields you can buy with your 100,000 from the get-go. So I would have said that's a small oversight. I would recommend. I would say to the map author, if you are for Farm Manager, I think people do need to start with a farm, with a field that they can work. Maybe something like 60 and 66 or something like that. But it's, yeah, at the moment it's a bit difficult to get going. You'd have to go and buy like field 34 or field 42. A little bit away from the farm just to get yourself on your feet. As I said, field prices are fairly reasonable, about right for FS19. If we have a look at the shops, so we have 4 sell points. Grain mill only takes, but it looks like it's just single shops. Yeah, so single shops for each thing. No variation in where you can sell. You've just got the single sell point for each bit. And if we have a look in our garage, then you can see we start with a John Deere 6M, a Case 7210 Pro, a TX32 and a Lizard pickup. The Mahindra I've added in, so yeah, that you can ignore. The SEC 802 trailer, the TX32 header, the Agromass POH5 plough, the Polymag 300 cultivator, the D830 seeder, the Axis 40.2 MECW spreader, John Deere front loader with a bucket and a pallet fork and a bale spike, a large cow pasture and a chicken coop. You get the dog house as well. You get a large grain silo, a bunker silo, an Easy Shed 3 and 1. Oh wow, 3 Easy Shed ones. A water station, the farm garage, which is where our Mahindra was to start with, and the farmhouse. So there's a decent amount of stuff here. You could actually sell, as a new farmer, you could actually sell some of the buildings, I think. Although they're not worth that much. Yeah. I don't know quite what you'd sell to get a little bit of extra money in, but I feel like you need to in order to get the ball rolling. I don't feel that you've got enough in the new farmer to actually get started, mainly because of that field issue. So it's a nice little map. I think it lacks a little bit of detail. If you want to do a role play or you like small to medium fields, I would take a look at it. I'm not sure where I stand on this map. I think for me, the slight lack of detail and the fact that the trees just look like a mass number of clones spoil it a bit for me. If you do want to check it out though, the link is in the description. It is over on FSUK. This is a PC and Mac only map. So go check it out if you are interested in it. For now, this is where I will end this video. So all that remains is for me to say a thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this first look. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.